On this week's episode of the Wake Up with the Sleeper Boys podcast.
Dude, I had a dream last night that I had a heart attack, and I'm like, did I almost have a heart attack? Because my chest felt weird when I woke up.
Talk about irrational
I don't know
fear.
if that was in my head or like,
You're
I mean,
sleeping on your arm, hurt your chest.
I'm a fatty, no friends. I felt no, it wasn't. I slept on my back, dude.
Yeah, that's how you slept, man. You're fine. Sleep on your back. Your
I
chest
don't know if
hurts. That's just how it works.
very possible that it was in my head,
For sure.
but like, yeah, I had one in my dream, and I'm like, and I was like about to pass away. Like I was, I was right there. It's not like I woke up right after that. This was like a drama thing, a dream, and then I woke up and my chest hurt. You know what I'm saying? Like was I going through something there? I was sleeping. I'd only had a Whopper, a double cheeseburger, 2 small fries, and a Coke before I went to bed that night.
Right before bed.
Plus a fiery wrap.
Hell yeah, you did.
Was it the fire? Did you really have a fiery rap?
I did. Yeah.
Well, there's your problem.
Heartburn.
I mean, I did end up eating like 4 Tums over the next like 3 hours, and that seemed to help.
Sounds like more like indigestion.
It's easy to say, isn't it? But it's probably indigestion. When I'm on death's doorstep. Real nice, guys.
An octopus has 7 hearts. True or false?
I'm going to say false.
I'm going to say true.
You would be wrong again. It is false. They have 3 hearts and they do a lot of work. 1 heart circulates blood around the body. The other 2 pump blood past the gills and pick up oxygen.
Here's the thing. I don't know if Dean should get a point for that, though, either. Because he wouldn't have guessed 3 hearts either.
That's not the game.
True or false? Don't get salty. Don't get salty.
I'm saying it's bull, but he gets a point when he wouldn't have known the answer anyway.
He knew the answer. It was false.
Yeah. And 3. I knew it had 3 hearts.
Maybe you do, you son.
Here we go.
Wake up with the Sleeper Boys podcast, hosted by me and my brothers Bill and Dean. On this week's episode, we break down the week that was, silly reasons to be scared, build your big 3, Condiments edition, a new conspiracy during Dean's conspiracy theory of the week, and of course, end the episode with none other than Wacky Bill during Bill's Balls games.
Hey,
Dean, how was your week? How's your weekend been? How's that whip treating you, dog?
Oh, good, man. It's been great. The vehicle not shaking anymore has been it's been pretty nice. I guess it was misfiring on cylinders and bad O2 sensor, bad brakes, which I knew that already, but
Yeah.
It's good to move on.
it's like I knew the brakes were bad when I couldn't stop.
Yeah. It wasn't any worse than my last car where the brake pad was completely missing, and I brought it to the dealership, and I told the guy, I was like, hey, like it's bad. It's bad. I was like, it's things I could fix. I was just kind of BSing him.
Sure.
So when I traded in my Saturn, and he's like, all right, we're just gonna have one of our guys go out there and test drive it. I was like, let him know. I'm telling you, he didn't let him know. And the guy goes out there and he comes back in after like 2 minutes and he was like, you drove that here? I was like, oh yeah. He's like, I didn't even leave the parking lot. So I do think they ended up giving me a deal just purely based on we can't let this guy leave the lot in this thing. If he dies,
there's a liability at this point.
There's a liability. We didn't give him the car, and but that's been really nice. I hung out with some friends the other night. That was a good time. I also saw this story about this lady that had moved into an apartment complex but one of the rules that they had there was that she couldn't flush toilet paper, and she's a kid. Yeah, it said no wipes, toilet paper, or anything else. Or and so and they said next time that they had like a sewage backup, they'd be getting charged like $50 and extra on their rent, like getting notices from their apartment complex. Like so they've just been like throwing it away and like in bags, like wiping and throwing it in bags and then taking it out. Like I was like, oh, would you guys move into a place where you couldn't flush toilet paper?
I mean, what's the
What if
cost
it
of rent, man? I mean,
what if it was really nice?
yeah.
You just wipe and throw
Is
it
it just me? I mean, yeah, I got like kids and stuff, so it's like, no, I probably wouldn't do that. But if it's just me, yeah, if the rent's great and the place is awesome, other than you can't flush toilet paper, I
in.
probably would.
I don't know, man. I mean, honestly, I take a lot of work anyway, but
Yeah, there you go.
get paid for the dollar. You know what I mean? But
Yeah, exactly.
given not really hourly, but yeah, no, I don't think I would. I don't think I would. I think it's get a little too messy back there.
Sure, there are some days you'd be like, dude, this is not the ideal.
Just gonna hop in the shower.
Yeah.
Every
Just
time.
waffle it.
Waffle it down.
Gross.
I mean, at that point, I might just go to like the nearest gas station if I know it's going to be like that.
Right. I mean, you'd almost have to, right?
I mean, you don't have to, but
I mean, you can still
probably want to.
You know, didn't say anything about regular stuff, you know. But then I also I heard this story. I don't know if you guys ever catch these on Facebook or anything like that. They're like reels, but it's like this Brooke and Jubal in the morning thing. Like it's a radio show, I guess, and they do like second date updates. You guys ever see those on like reels or shorts or anything like that?
Not really.
I don't think so.
So the premise is that somebody like they go on a date and then somebody will stop like texting the other person back. So they'll email the show and tell them about their date and everything, and then call the person and try to get a reason why they're not answering back, or you know what I mean, not calling back or whatever. And I saw this one where this guy went on a date with this lady. They had a really good time. You know, nothing happened at the end of the night. And then he thought everything was going really well. And that she just never, she just didn't get back to him within, you know, a week or whatever. And so he gets hold of this radio show and they call, and it's some dude answers the phone. Right. And everybody's like, oh, like what's going on? He's like, yeah, I'm her husband. I don't know the name. We'll just say Jane. And she was like, yeah, I'm her husband. And they're like, oh, well, maybe we should wait until Jane comes back and we can talk to her, you know, not trying to like throw her under the bus, essentially, you know. And so the guy, and they were like, well, and he's like, well, what? I can take a like, what's going on, you know? And they're like, well, she went on this date with this guy named Todd or whatever. And he goes, oh, well, just Todd. Yeah, I know who Todd is. He's like, just tell him we haven't gotten a hold of him yet. Like we haven't talked about it yet.
We?
Yeah. And they're like, wait, what? Like what's going on here? Like, you know, everybody thought, you know, oh, like she's cheating,
Yeah.
you know, whatever. He goes, oh no. He's like, no, it's totally fine. It's totally fine. We just haven't contacted him yet. And the thing about the call-ins is that the person that emailed him is on the other line the whole time, and they like surprise them, right? And you just hear him go, what the hell is going on? Like he's so out of turn. He goes, oh, hey, Todd, or is that you? Like the guy, the husband. He's like, yeah. He's like, yeah. He's like, no. Like it's all good. It's all good, man. You thought my wife was beautiful, right? Like stuff like that. Turns out they're trying to get him into like some sort of like threesome type of thing.
Oh
And he's like,
no.
And he was like, no, I am definitely not in that. And the guy just kept going, come on, Todd. Come on. Come on, Todd.
I think, why don't we have a little dinner and a drink and we can talk
That's
about it?
exactly what it seems like. You know, you
Oh,
can
really?
just call and we can go out and we can just, you thought my wife was beautiful, right? And he was like, I mean, yeah, but, and they're like, so do you want to go on this second date or? And he's like, no.
He's like, I heard everything.
There's a bunch of those too. They crack me up. They're always, it's always funny to hear people's sides of the story of like a weird date and why they're not contacting them or what, or getting
Yeah,
back.
you wouldn't expect that.
No, that was not. It wasn't because she didn't want to. He was like, he also said, he's like, oh, I saw a picture, Todd. He's cute. He's cute.
Yeah,
When
we like Todd.
Yeah, exactly. They like Todd. They like Todd.
whenever I think, or whenever I hear or see certain situations like that, I always think of Harold and Kumar go to White Castle, where they
Oh, yeah.
go to the. He's like, I heard everything. What's the first reach around?
Yeah, who wants first reach around?
Classic.
I thought that was funny, and I thought I'd bring it up. But yeah, that was my weekend.
I had a pretty good week. Into the whole, Charlie and I started getting kind of into Legos, and Kate and Charlie, it's a kind of funny story actually. Kate and Charlie had like a girls' night where they went to Kate's sister, and she has two daughters, so they all kind of hung out. And so I didn't know what to do. So, like I said, Charlie and I have been getting into the whole Lego thing. So I splurged myself with with a Lego, and that was my Friday night. And I said to Kate, I go, I am so old. There's so many things I could have done. I could have done anything. I was like, you know what? Let's just turn on some nice music and put together some bricks, I guess.
Light a candle.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I don't know. I feel like lately I've been so screen oriented. You know what I mean? Just between like social media and TV and video games and everything else, like it's been nice to turn off electronics for a little bit and just kind of, I don't know, build my sets. But I had one little segment here, and it's not really a segment. It's just Bill's rules of the road, because Dean and I, we drive for a living, and I have enough here for the next 30 episodes. So I'm just gonna go down it, and if people agree or disagree, they can comment, which is fine. So I'm just gonna do one a week. So these are all based on prior experience. So week 1 of Bill's rules of the road:
It's a big one.
turning right at a red light when the other side has a left green arrow. Don't do it.
Like the cross ones have left green.
Right. So like your lights
You
were
could
green.
turn right inside.
You're really supposed to wait. You're supposed to be stopped.
I just did that today.
It's a solid red, dude.
Yeah, but they're turning around. They're turning around me. There's nobody coming across. I can turn right.
That's fine.
Safely. Oh, okay.
Saying, if you're
I'm like, dude, there's nobody coming towards me, and they're blocking anybody that could hit me.
All right. No. That's so both sides have a green light, turns red, but then this side has a left turn. You're turning right. Like you're turning into them. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you both should take the first lane.
Well, what you should do is wait until the green arrow for the people turning left are gone.
Yeah, no, if the people have a green arrow, they have it all.
That's what I'm saying. Like it doesn't matter if they get in the inside lane or the left lane if they're turning left. You wait. Just wait. is 5 seconds of your time. PSA for anyone that's driving.
That's too many seconds.
And you
I do-
can't even see that they have a green arrow.
Yeah, I do that in my
But
work
you
van all
know,
the
because
time.
the other side.
I don't wait for nobody. I got coffee delivered, bro.
Yeah. All right. That's week 1. If you don't agree, I can argue with you in the comments because you're wrong.
Oh, the challenge has been set.
There might be one of these weeks where I'm wrong, but they annoy me. So I think I'm pretty sure I'm right on this one. That was a pretty basic one. The other thing I found was, did you see the 43 monkeys that escaped from their
Yeah.
rehab? Yeah, they caught one. They have one. They're still
They've only gotten
42.
one.
There's still 42 out on the loose, and they keep coming back. So so I guess they're like macaws or whatever. I don't know if that's a bird or whatever. Regardless, so I guess someone didn't lock. I just pulled up the article because I thought it was hilarious. Someone didn't fully lock a door, and as she fed and checked on them, they just all left, and they're like social animals, so they all just like. So they caught one, but there's other like monkeys in this thing. It's like a I don't know, like a monkey breeding
Sanctuary or something.
yeah.
Is that where they're running off to?
So
The monkeys.
so these
We've heard of the place.
They provide primates for research worldwide. So these guys are like, you're not testing on me today. They left. So they keep coming back though. And they just chill out on the other side of the fence. And they like talk to the other monkeys on the inside.
Is this Planet of the Apes?
I was gonna say that's some Planet of the Apes shit right there.
It's in South Carolina. So they said they're not like they're not infected with disease, they're harmless, and they're a little skittish. But then where is it? Oh, it's locally known as a monkey farm, by the way. So they normally come home, that's where the food is. And I saw something where there was like a biologist that said don't go near them because they can be dangerous.
No.
Monkeys are a lot stronger than you'd think, even the small
well,
ones.
they're the little they're like the little ones, like almost in what's the movie? Night at the Museum. Like one of the, like those monkeys. Could you imagine just you're walking down the street and 42 of these guys are just like West Side Story and you got any bananas, bro?
I got one.
Like a
so that was really.
You're not gonna want to peel that bad boy.
Yeah.
Just keep moving. You don't want this.
It
Anyways,
was bad.
I'll give you the cash. I don't know. Go buy some.
So yeah, that was the only thing I saw from the last couple of weeks, and glad to be back. By the way,
that's crazy. I saw that and I'm like, dude, it freaked me out like for a half a second, right? Because instantly you just think of all the other stuff, right? Like Planet of the Apes and the movies like that, where like something like that happens and all of a sudden the end of the world starts. Like they escape from some medical facility and now they're not necessarily.
They've been tested on and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, the original thing I saw was like, oh, they'd been tested for like vaccines and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh no, here we go, dude. Like this is it.
There's a couple of monkeys in there. We put the Neuralink in, and so it's just super smart. It was like, oh no,
they go straight to the robots.
That was one of those things. Like they got out, the orange ape gets elected. It's just like one of those things where like all the things combined come together and like the release is happening now. They will be free.
These monkeys will be the greatest monkeys.
The most beautiful monkeys.
They're the smartest monkeys I've ever seen.
the beautiful smart monkeys. This is my chief of staff. His name's Bobo. I don't know. It was funny. Yeah, no, I just thought it was crazy because the stuff you've seen in movies and other kind of non-serious things. So I don't know. I guess we'll see. I mean, well, we spent all right. I mean, since the last we've been on here, we finished coaching football. We got a party, had sick kids. We took some photos, all of us together. And I was thinking of the Halloween stuff because obviously that just happened, and because of the obvious. And I was trying to think of something that like really scared me. Like I know I'm like fake tough sometimes, but like you trying to think of stuff that like scares you. And I really had a hard time thinking about it, but I thought of like two things that are almost unreasonable, and maybe not. But I remember as a kid swimming at night in a pool. I had a friend that had a pool, and I was always afraid of like what might be in the water, like when we were in there at night. Especially since Bill, I think you were there for this. I saw the movie Piranhas, and there's like one of the beginning scenes of that movie is like a couple swimming around in a pool at night, and all of a sudden like the pool gets filled with piranhas out of like nowhere, and like they just get eaten up, and like that was always in my head. Like I know piranhas weren't going to be in the pool, but it's still like
I don't know if they'd survive in it either with the chlorine.
I was going to say. I was like, was that a saltwater pool? I mean,
it's a saltwater pool. Then.
Exactly. Like the pool I was in was definitely not saltwater, but it's one of those things where you just you're young and you're swimming around and it's dark.
No, for sure, yeah.
And so another thing that's probably more legitimate is like being accused of something that I also legitimately had no hand in, but nobody believes me. But that's plausible because I'm an ass, right? And I'm like the boy who cried wolf in person, because I'm always doing dumb stuff or, making stuff up or whatever. So, like, those are a couple of the things that, like, have stuck with me over the years. I don't know if you guys had something that was almost unreasonable or just something in general that you're afraid of. I know, Bill, you definitely have something that most people would think is probably unreasonable.
This is the only reason why you even brought this up.
It isn't the only reason I brought it. Halloween's what made me think of it.
I've lived in secrecy for years.
It's time. It is time. Well, Dean, do you have anything before we get it?
The only thing I can like really think of are like legitimate things. Like I have a fear of like heights, but I like roller coasters, so I like my hands are like I squeeze so hard to the to the arm straps, and I like shove myself back against the seat. So I'm probably more likely to break it and fall out doing it that way than just letting my body just kind of just be fat in the thing. But
there's a huge difference between riding a roller coaster and like standing on the edge of a giant mountain.
For sure. 100%. No, it's different fears. It's different fears. But like just getting stuck on a roller coaster is something that I'm petrified of. That and but the other thing I still do it is when I go to my car, even if it's been in my garage and locked, I always check the back to make sure nobody's gonna pop up and chloroform me while I'm driving or whatever. You know what I mean?
Wow, really?
I do check. I check it every time. I really do. Because
what do you think they're gonna do with you?
Nothing. Nobody's gonna do it. If anything, they'd be doing me a favor.
What do they? Oh, come on. What would they want with you? You think?
I mean, my body.
Of course.
Clearly.
I'm thinking about chloroforming you right now, baby. I'm just curious. I don't know if there was something that went along with it. Because I know, like, people over time, I've heard a lot of like it's mostly women, they're, like afraid of being kidnapped and whatever, and they're like
Right.
grown adult women, and like that can still happen.
Yeah.
But like it is so unlikely after you've grown up and everything else that somebody's going to try and kidnap you.
Right. Well, I think
And
what did it was kind of like with you with like the piranhas, just
yeah,
movies. You know what I mean? Just
sure.
like never noticing, nobody ever checks, and it's like, oh, they're not gonna get me. Yeah. I'll see you. I'll see you before I even get in the car.
I mean, people don't pick what they're afraid of. So it's one of those things, man, where yeah, you might have seen it in a movie and it's all you know what it is, but at the same time it's in your head and there's nothing you can do about that.
Yeah. I'd be I mean, I think of like I think what gets
Right?
me is like just looking in my like back mirror, my you know, my backwards mirror or whatever. My I don't know, I can't remember what it's called right now.
The rear
Um
view.
rear view, thank you. Rear view mirror and just seeing like a face. Like that would freak me out pretty hardcore.
Oh well yeah. Oh dude,
So,
yeah, of course that'd freak anybody, dude. I mean that's
I think so, right?
you're gonna have
That's
me
why
checking the back of my car now.
and I lock my car even if I'm only gonna be a second. I lock it. But that's just because I don't know, it's just force of habit. The locking.
He said we don't choose our fears, isn't that right, Bill? I mean they just happen.
Yeah, yeah. So
Do you
I
have
have,
anything like that?
yeah, I do. Uh, real quick, Dean, as far as like Eddie hit it spot on because I am not a huge fan of heights either. Like I'm not like uncontrolled heights, like Eddie said, like side of a mountain or even if you're like 4 floors up where there's a railing, like I'm always worried like I'm gonna lean up against the railing, even though it's like, heavy duty and just fall over.
Yeah,
Like I always have that thought in my head. But roller coasters, I have no like sense of fear.
I definitely do.
Yeah, no, I for whatever reason, I don't know why. Maybe because it's the harness or whatever, but I just have no fear of it could go super high, I wouldn't care. But like I'm with you. Like there's you know, just what if I accidentally flip over this high
You're
railing?
treating a rail like a parallel bars in the Olympics or what?
Yeah, exactly.
Watch me plank this thing.
So first one I would say is I'm afraid of dead things. I have a fear of dead things. So um I don't have a problem like so obviously we have a lot of people that hunt, coming from where we came from or come from. Um and so I've always been out hunting, but I've never, you know,
Never got
like
any.
hunted. I just went out there. But I don't think I'd ever have a fear of like shooting and hunting something. I don't want to carry it back.
You've
Like
never
I
dragged a
don't
deer from the woods
no,
or field or nothing?
no, no. I I don't know. I try so hard because I see like kids and you know
Yeah.
they're like holding deer up or fish or I don't know what it is, but I just don't want to touch dead things.
You should see him grab chicken breasts. Crazy.
Yeah, not a huge fan of that either. Um, or
Ground
like
beef.
if so
No.
great
No.
example is if I'm driving and I drive over like we'll say a dead raccoon, I like get shivers. Like I
Just
kind of
driving
shiver.
over it.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Is it because you aimed for it?
No, it's already
And it
dead.
makes you feel
Even if
weird
it's
that
already
you
dead.
feel like you needed to kill it more?
As I've gotten older, I've gotten better about it, but those
I had
are
a I had a hillbilly friend do that. I was
Oh, I'm
riding
sure.
I was riding in his truck with my girlfriend at the time. We hit a family of raccoons. He did it unintentionally and he stopped and she was freaking out. And I looked at him and was like, don't. and he popped it in reverse and ran him over again. It's like, you're sick, dude. And then obviously I heard all of that at the end of the night. I was like, you didn't have to deal with it. I had to deal with it when we got back to my house. I was like, you asshole. He knew what he was doing. He knows who he is. Keep going.
And that's about it, I'd say. Dean, you forgot about your fear of bugs?
Oh yeah. I
Hey, you
do have
don't
a fear
like
of bugs.
You have
You
fear
don't
of bugs?
Oh, he doesn't like bugs.
I wouldn't say it's a fear. They gross me out though, pretty hard.
That's fair. Yeah, it's not. Yeah, okay, so it's not really a fear.
Like
But you don't like them on you.
No, not at all. I don't want them on me. Like spiders, but I feel like that's a pretty normal fear. Spiders for sure. I can't stand.
Right. But like you don't like flies either.
Flies.
Like house flies.
I mean, I kill them. I'll swat them with a fly swatter or whatever. Bees and stuff. But
yeah, but that's
spiders.
Anyway. Oh, you already did yours, so I think we're good.
Hey man, if you say we're not forgetting anything, then I guess we can move on.
We can just hippity hop on to the next thing.
Jump on into the next segment here. I mean, it's
frogs. I hate frogs. I don't know why. I've actually tried to be better.
It was that toad, man.
You started DMing frogs recently just to see if you could talk to them.
No, I try to like get up close to them a little bit. I don't like it when I don't know they're there. So perfect example. It's a perfect example too. Here, like listen,
You'll never
like
know
2
it's
weeks ago, I went to go get. We were gonna grill out, and I have a grill cover over it. Well, I pulled the grill cover off, and there was a frog sitting on like one of those side tables. Completely freaked out. Completely freaked. Guy said, "Kate, you gotta get this frog." So stupid. So Kate, she was actually busy, so I went and got the leaf blower and
You got your daughter.
No, I went and got my leaf blower and blew it off the deck. It was like,
Yeah, well, yeah.
That's funny.
so it's like, okay, so I don't really. That's what I really don't like is when, and Dean, it's that story, like you said, it's the toad where we dug into the ground when
It
we were
was
digging
huge.
that hole and it came out of nowhere. I don't know why a toad was 5 feet underground.
That was insane.
It was a massive toad.
It was so funny though.
Ugh, gross.
I remember,
I don't
remember
like
you
big
throwing it
frogs,
out with the
for
shovel
sure.
and Bill's like,
Now, I've gotten a lot better about little frogs. Like those don't really bother me anymore. But I mean, I don't want one near me.
So we could test the theory.
No, I don't want to test the theory.
I'm sure there's a bunch over by you.
At this point, I'm gonna be 40 years old in April. It is what it is.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know,
You're
You're
not the only person.
No.
You're the only person I've met. But you're not the only person.
It might be just reptiles in general because I don't like snakes either. But that's not like
That's more
common
rational.
fear.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that is so common, you know. I could see it like if there was like a wild chameleon, I couldn't see you grabbing that.
Well, it depends. I mean, I can pick up like a gecko or like an iguana if like someone put it in my hand. I'm not.
I said a wild one.
Well,
Like it was just out, like it was outside your house that day, and you needed it moved.
Yeah. Oh, look at chameleon.
Yeah. I don't know.
You get in like a Tupperware bowl.
Do I have gloves?
To grab it with your hands.
Do I have gloves?
And move it. I don't know. Do you?
Yeah. I mean, if I have gloves, that's fine. They're not going to do anything.
Yeah, neither will frogs.
Yeah, but
they might tongue you.
I
I will
welcome
say
that.
this. I will. I will say this. I think I'd be more apt to grab something if I had gloves on, but not
Sure.
like medical gloves, like winter
You want
gloves or something.
like mittens.
Yeah,
Huh.
yeah. Ugh, gross.
I mean, that's interesting, man.
You can do a full case study on this thing.
Oh, I don't think we want to. I mean, there's always one thing that'll definitely scare your appetite into a hunger frenzy, and that's the one and only adobo boy.
Yes, sir. Adobo boy. Love it. I need to get back there. It's been about 3 weeks that since I had that delicious chicken adobo. Adobo Boy is the official sponsor of Wake Up with the Sleeper Boys podcast. As you know, Dean, Eddie, and myself, proud Filipino Americans, we love Filipino food. Adobo Boy delivers just that with their amazing food and vibes that are unmatched in the food industry. Not only do they have delicious food, they also go against the grain of a traditional restaurant and tinker with their menu to bring you an amazing variety of Filipino cuisine. Menu rotates weekly, and so do their hours. So you need to go to adoboboygr.com to find out what they have every week because they like to experiment. So, one dish you can always count on is the Kuya Collins chicken adobo when Dean's delicious dish is not there. Filipino classic with tender chicken braised in soy sauce, vinegar and coconut milk, served with quail eggs, Jackie's papaya salad, and cucumber slices over rice. And if that's not there, it's the normal adobo, which Dean, you know all about.
Oh yeah. It's
Oh yeah.
tender pork braised in soy sauce and vinegar, like the Kuya Collins. It's on a bed of rice with Jackie's achara, a papaya salad, cucumber, and fried egg. It's delicious. I eat everything separate, like Ace recommends, or you can mix it up like Bill and Eddie do. It's worth buying two. Just try it for yourself.
I completely agree. I love the pork adobo. It is so good. They also every once in a while will have the liempo barbecue. It's a pork belly grilled Filipino style with sweetness and smoky flavors paired with mango salad and a side of rice. So if you like pork belly, that's that's a delicious dish as well. Dane, Dane,
Done.
thanks for giving us the old Red's pork adobo. If you're into trying new and different foods or just like some amazing adobo and vibes, stop in and say hi to owners Ace, Jackie, and Sun Red, who are amazing people who genuinely care about your experience. Eddie, give them that sweet, sweet gift.
Sweet little gift. There's so many things that go along with that, Bill. I mean, the whole experience is a gift.
It's true. Very true.
You walk in, man, you just automatically you're in the right place because you're gonna smell this amazing food that's being cooked. You're gonna get up to the register. You're gonna be greeted by a friendly person who's gonna be, which you don't find everywhere. As anybody knows, who goes out to eat, you're not gonna find a friendly person taking your order wherever you go. But I'm telling you, you're gonna find that right there at Adobo Boy. They're gonna take your order. You're gonna get the amazing food. On top of that, after your order, you're gonna get 5% off your total bill, 5% off just by saying Wake Up Podcast. Again, that's 5% off your total bill just by saying Wake Up Podcast. And you're going to have the ultimate experience. You're going to walk in, you're going to smell the great smells, you're going to talk with the nice people. They're going to bring you your food and you're going to be happy about it. And on top of that, you're going to get a discount. You're going to get 5% off of your total bill just by saying Wake Up Podcast at your register. Again, 5% off just by saying Wake Up Podcast at the register. A deal you can't beat.
No, you can't. That's all you got to say too. And people have used it. Ace has told me that people have used the code, so it works whenever you go. And if you want that 5% off, you want that delicious adobo, you want those amazing vibes, Adobo Boy is open Tuesday to Friday, 11:30 a.m. to 2 p.m. for lunch, 5 to 7:30 for dinner. Saturday, same schedule, only dinner is open until 8:30. So, but you for official hours, depending on, sometimes they have things going on, they cater, things like that. So again, go to adoboboygr.com for official hours and the official menu. And it is Adobo Boys located at 3740 28th Street Southeast in Kentland, Michigan, inside the Amazing Myanmar restaurant. There's 3 restaurants in there: Amazing Myanmar, Brunch and Rice, and then smack dab in the middle is Adobo Boy. So get there, get fed, get happy, get that 5% discount with Wake Up Podcast. It is always better at Adobo Boy.
Can't go wrong, man.
Never.
Can't go wrong with that. I mean, I'll tell you one thing you don't need to worry about at Adobo Boy is needing to add anything to make the food better, like condiments. Which brings us to this week's Build Your Big 3 Condiments Edition. For those who don't know, Build Your Big 3 is a snake style draft where we draft up 1, 2, 3, then back down 3, 2, 1, where we are building and drafting our big 3. And this week, we're building our big 3 condiments. The order is Bill, Dean, then myself. Bill, round 1, pick one. You're on the clock. What's your condiment? And don't say Trojan.
I was-
I was going to say,
I knew it.
for my pleasure.
Flavored truck stop. Unbranded. Strawberry.
Let's talk about the gas station experience real quick. Truck stop experience. You get free nudie games. You get condoms with all different kinds of flavors, and
Well,
you can
three different flavors.
It's all kinds.
And yeah, just depends.
New
Just
truck
depends
smell.
and you can get
Old
a
truck smell.
Yeah.
you can get a phone number and a free, or not free, but you got to pay for that spray of cologne that they give you.
Yeah. For a good
To
time.
bring home a lizard, even.
Call the number.
That's awesome. The truck stop. Okay. Number 1, first condiment.
I feel like
I'm
there's
going-
2 obvious number 1s.
Wow. 2 obvious number 1s.
I think so.
Maybe for your lame condiments.
I think this goes with, I would say, at least 75% of the stuff. Salt.
Salt.
Oh, I didn't think of that.
Oh.
I was thinking purely sauce. Well, then I guess mine is pepper.
I didn't know if I didn't know if it would be salt and pepper, but I just figured.
You want to go salt and pep? I mean, they go together.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Let's go salt and pepper.
Wow. I consider that more a seasoning than a
Yeah. I mean,
than a condiment. But it's also at every table at every restaurant you go to. So
That's true.
I'm not hating on it. I'm just saying, in my head, I didn't think of it like that. Good choice. Great choice.
thank you.
Yeah. Well, I guess
Your 2 obvious are still there, huh?
But yeah. Well, then I guess my first pick is gonna be ketchup.
Ketchup.
It's easily the most popular, condiment that you can get.
I love ketchup.
Right. That's why I thought it'd be gone.
I know.
Ketchup. Great choice. I think for me, I'm going to go with fire roasted garlic aioli.
I mean, garlic aioli is delicious.
I'm just as long as it's fire roasted. No, I think
Organic fire roasted.
Organic,
It's on everything.
vegan. I think I gotta go with mayo here. I think it's one of the classics. Versatile in its own right. A great decision to use instead of butter when you're making your grilled cheese.
Agreed.
I go mayo, round one, pick 3. And to me, I guess this is a no-brainer. I gotta go hot sauce. Hot sauce, round 2, pick 1. It's never let me down. in almost any situation,
What kind of hot sauce?
well, what's at the table, right? I mean,
Right.
if I'm at my house, I got some different stuff, but you can't go wrong with Frank's. If you want to go Frank's and you want to go something different, I'm fine with that.
Put that shit on everything.
Or Tabasco, because it's either Frank's or Tabasco
For sure.
at most places.
100%.
So, and I'm not disappointed if I see either.
No.
So I'm going
even
hot
Texas
sauce.
Pete?
Texas Pete has done the job.
He gets the job done.
He gets the job done. He's got his pistols going, dude. He is ready to sauce your eggs or whatever you got going on.
He'll sauce them.
So I'm saying hot sauce. If you want to go with a specific brand or whatever, I'm not going to say that doesn't count.
No, that's fine. I was just curious if he had a favorite.
I mean, I love hot sauce. Frank's is the standard for a lot of hot sauce. What's the one I use? You find it at a lot of Mexican restaurants. It's like El
Tapatio?
Chupa something.
Oh, Cholula?
Maybe. I buy that usually. I usually buy that when I see it at the store.
Cholula's
I have some at my house. I can't think of. I don't know what the name. I haven't read it.
I
know it's El Chupa something.
I'm big on
Tapatio used to be a thing.
That's the one I usually go with.
I don't see that out anymore.
No, you don't.
Tapatio? I used to get that all the time, like a decade ago.
Yeah. You have to go to like Mexican restaurants to get that now.
Really? Okay.
That and Cholula kind of too. All right. Well, I'm gonna do a little. We can get a little mayo-y here with a mayo-based condiment.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with ranch. I'm gonna go with ranch.
Ranch, yeah.
Pick
Hell yeah. Now, with your 2 picks, you have fancy sauce ready to go. No, you don't. My bad.
You gotta have mayo. I have a specific mayo brand too. Duke's all the way.
Hey, can you mute him? I mean, is that a...
I can.
I can just leave. Go to bed.
That's good. I've never had Duke's.
It's good.
It is
superior.
Good.
I'll buy the cheapest brand of mayo, and it tastes the same to me as the other mayos.
I think it tastes better than Hellman's for sure, but I'll take whatever. Honestly, it doesn't really matter.
Well, I'll probably buy Duke's now just to
give it a shot.
Just to use it.
You should. It's pretty good.
I flipped Bill and Kate to it. That's true.
Yeah, it's good.
You're a Duke's household, huh?
Yeah, big Duke's household. So I'm gonna go with the other. No, I'm not. I'm gonna go barbecue sauce. Barbecue sauce is a big thing around this house.
The world. USA. Great choice. Excellent choice.
And then,
that's gonna be my pick.
Man, ranch was a good one. I'm gonna go.
I was hoping that'd make it.
I'm gonna go different here and go with. I mean, I don't know how popular it is, but Chick-fil-A sauce.
Super popular.
That's
delicious.
So oh my god, it's just so good.
Yeah. I mean, I've had Chick-fil-A once, so I guess I've had it.
It's like a creamy, almost like honey mustard in a way. I don't really know how to explain it.
It's definitely different than other sauces that you'd get anywhere else for sure. Well, I could just yellow mustard this bad boy at pick 3.
Yeah, I know. I
could. I'm not going to. Barbecue sauce was going to be my next one for sure. I was just going with because I thought ketchup and ranch were the top two obvious choices.
Good together.
Delicious, yeah, it really is. Get some crunch.
Cringe.
Get some of that crunch.
Give
I'm
me
gonna
that
go. I'm gonna go with sriracha. Love sriracha. Goes good on a lot of different stuff.
Dude, I've been really into sriracha mayo.
Oh, it's better if you
Oh.
make it at home.
Yeah, sriracha mayo. Put that on a lot of stuff.
Oh, for sure.
Good to go.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you passed it, so I might as well take it. I mean, mustard belongs on the board.
It does.
It's the only thing I usually put on. Like if we just have a basic hot dog situation, that's the one thing I'm grabbing and putting on my dog. I'm happy if it's on a burger or anything else. Like it, mustard. It's not for everybody, obviously, but not. I mean, I guess you could look at all these things and say it's not for everybody,
right?
But mustard belongs. It fits. It's right.
Oh yeah.
It's just right.
So why don't you guys think of some honorable mentions? I will go over the big threes. Bill had the first pick, and he went salt and pepper as pick one. Then he had barbecue sauce and Chick-fil-A sauce. Dean with the second pick had ketchup, then ranch and sriracha. And myself, I had mayo, hot sauce, and mustard.
That's a good top 9.
That's a good bunch. That's a good bunch. It's one of the only times I'm not sure that I won. Maybe the only time I'm not sure that I won. And it's only because hot sauce and mustard are too close, I think.
They're very close to each other.
They're too close. Dean's is really intriguing to me with the ketchup, ranch, and sriracha.
A spicy ranch.
I mean, you could do a ranch with sriracha. Yeah.
You just put sriracha in with the ketchup, have some spicy ketchup too.
Oh yeah.
Delicious. I mean, you do that with the hot sauce too. We could mix.
I mean, sriracha's not really spicy.
You want to take your list and mix it with my list? Mix some sauces.
I want to join with my list.
You keep your salt and pepper to yourself, okay?
Yeah. Hey,
I'm trying to get saucy over here, okay?
I know. I thought your second round pick was going to be paprika or something, Bill.
It's like garlic powder.
Red pepper flakes.
Ooh, love the red pepper flakes.
I do, yeah. I do too.
All right, Bill, you had the first pick, so why don't you give us your first thought on a honorable mention condiment?
Sour cream.
Sour
cream is
especially
great with obviously tacos.
Tacos,
Honey mustard
potatoes.
would be another one for me. And that's really all I can think of off the top of my head. This all came from here.
Wow.
And here.
Hopefully here.
It's in a little bit here.
And it ends up down. You ever barbecue sauce yourself on your...
Oh yeah.
Here comes Chick-fil-A.
Oh, gross. I mean, we said all the ones I probably would have said, but like I guess like dill relish or tartar sauce, Miracle Whip.
The tangy zip.
Yeah. That might be your number one.
I mean, you still say with tuna, with a can of tuna fish, Miracle Whip is still the way to go. Mayo is still nice, but it's not Miracle Whip with tuna.
If you're gonna do tuna salad or chicken salad, it's got to be Miracle Whip.
Oh man.
You know, you guys should be ashamed of yourselves as proud Asians. I mean, soy sauce should have been.
Yeah. I thought about putting it in my top 3, really, but
it was definitely in contention. I just don't use it in enough stuff.
That's
exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, it's nice. And
Yeah.
I mean, Thousand Island on occasions. Wouldn't put it as a top 9, but it's nice on a burger. You
Mhm.
know, you can put it in some stuff. If you put some hot sauce in or something, you can put it on other stuff too. I mean, have that nice little mix. But
Yeah.
I've never actually done that, but I know I'd like it. Right, if I wanted to use it for something else, like get a little Thousand Island, some hot sauce. I mean, that sounds good.
It gets
I
me.
don't know.
It gets me thinking about real quick. You guys were talking about it. I don't know if it was 2 weeks ago. I had the chicken Big Mac.
Yeah.
I've had it a couple times.
Had to make sure it was good.
Yeah, the first time I didn't get a lot of taste, so I had to get it.
He was in the field
Another one.
researching.
Yeah. You liked it like that?
So the second time I got it with extra sauce. That's what made me think, because you said the Thousand Island. Got it extra sauce. Do it. It's it is so good.
I do love the mac sauce. Put it
Yeah,
on
You know,
get the
cheeseburgers.
extra mac sauce.
What I'm glad that they brought back just recently was the spicy chicken nuggets.
Yeah.
I want them to make a big one and do an actual McChicken that's spicy, not like a sauce spicy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think when they had a spicy chicken sandwich before, or anytime, they just put spicy sauce on it. But I want that nugget to
Right.
just get 6 times bigger
Patty.
and use that patty. Yeah, like Wendy's does.
That's what they did with the chicken Big Mac. I don't know if you've looked at it, but it's like one big chicken nugget.
No, I've had it. It tastes like a Big McChicken with mac sauce.
Well, it's like a big McNugget.
It's a McChicken.
How dare you?
It is not a McNugget. That is not a crispy McNugget
It's
shell.
not peppery though, so it's not a McChicken.
True.
It's definitely, if you look at the chicken patty, it looks like a big chicken McNugget.
It looks like it, but it doesn't have that McNugget crunch thickness.
Yeah, it's covered
Well,
in
no,
lettuce and
I mean-
sauce.
So it's not a nugget, dude. It's not
Well,
like a
it's-
big nugget.
To me, it is. Hey,
If
I've
you
had it
dream
twice.
hard
Okay,
enough.
Did you do
That's
it
true.
extra
You've
sauce?
doubled my experience with it. I mean, yeah,
Did you get
He's
extra
done the
sauce? I doubt
research. Have you done the research?
that's true. I need to get back in the lab.
Have you dissected a chicken Big Mac yet?
I'll be back.
I might have had a third one.
I mean, I liked it enough. I wouldn't say it's anything I hope they keep around. Like, I wouldn't be disappointed if it left, right? I'd be upset if Big Mac was gone. Like, the actual sandwich. Upset, that's strong. You know what I mean? Like, I'd be, you'd be like, oh, dude, the Big Mac's gone? Like, that sucks.
Be disappointing.
Yeah. But chicken Big Mac, I haven't done the research, okay? Not the way it's been done by other scientists on this program. Doing it for you.
He does it so you don't have to.
I did it for America.
Yeah.
What a hero.
Oh,
What a patriot.
Yeah.
Just clogging my arteries for the country.
Dude, I had a dream last night that I had a heart attack. And I'm like, did I almost have a heart attack?
No.
Because my chest felt weird when I woke up.
Talk about irrational.
I don't know if that was in my head or like,
You're
I mean,
sleeping
I'm a-
on your arm, hurt your chest.
I am a fatty, no friends. I felt, no, it wasn't, I slept on my back, dude.
Yeah, that's how you slept, man. You're fine. Sleep on your back. Your
I
chest
don't know if
hurts.
it-
That's just
well-
how it works.
Very possible that it was in my head.
For sure.
But like, yeah, I had one in my dream. And I'm like, and I was like about to pass away. Like I was, I was right there. It's not like I woke up right after that. This was like a drama thing, a dream. And then I woke up and my chest hurt.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Like was I going through something there? I was sleeping. I'd only had a Whopper, a double cheeseburger, 2 small fries, and a Coke before I went to bed that night.
Right before bed.
Plus a fiery wrap.
Hell yeah, you did.
Was it the fire? Did you really have a fiery rap?
I did. Yeah.
Well, there's your problem.
Heartburn.
I mean, I did end up eating like 4 Tums over the next like 3 hours.
Yeah,
And that seemed to help.
sounds like
I'd
more
see
like
that.
indigestion. Than...
It's easy to say, isn't it? But it's probably indigestion. When I'm on death's doorstep. Real nice, guys.
Perfect lead in.
Yeah, perfectly. Hey, excellent big threes, you guys. All of those add a little something extra to a tasty item like death. But that being said, let's spice it up a little bit and get into this edition of Dean's Conspiracy Theory of the Week.
I mean, you spoke of death. I'll continue that going into this conspiracy. This one's shorter. I'm going to continue on with Beyonce and another theory that had been going around with her, and like how her recent world tour, the Renaissance World Tour, just currently ended in September, I think. But it has also brought up the theories that surround her world tours and how it always seems like whenever she goes on a world tour, a music icon passes away. So that way she can pay tribute to them. So it's almost like it's a sacrifice for the Illuminati, and then she's just kind of banking off the tribute to them. So the theory started in 2009 when Beyonce kicked off her I Am Sasha Fierce World Tour in March. But 3 months later, Michael Jackson died in June. You move forward to 2012. She announces her tour, the Miss Carter Show World Tour, and shortly after that, 2 iconic artists pass away. Queen of Disco, Donna Summer in May, and then Whitney Houston died as well. And she paid tributes to both of them during her world tours and all that stuff. So, and the pattern also keeps going as Beyonce and Jay-Z on the Run tour began in June 2014, right before there's soul music legend Bobby Womack passed away that same month. And then in 2016, Beyonce prepared for her Formation World Tour in April 2016. Prince suddenly died, so she pays tributes to him as well. 2 years later, Beyonce and Jay-Z launched the On the Run 2. Aretha Franklin passed away in August. And that was currently, oh wait, no, that wasn't the last one. They're weird coincidences. Like you're starting to see, like every time she goes on a world tour, it's kind of like the Garth Brooks thing. Every time she goes on world tour, another music icon dies. And it's starting to seem more and more like she's having something to do with this in order so that way, she can pay a tribute of some sort or whatever it is. But recently, during the Renaissance World Tour, right as that began in May, within weeks, Tina Turner passed away the same month. So now with this tour currently ending, she's obviously going to have another tour, the Cowboy Carter, coming up sometime. Maybe she may not take that one on tour, because that's like her country album or whatever. And I don't think it did very well. I saw a lot of videos of people not enjoying the song.
This way you take.
I love it, but whatever.
You do?
No, I don't like it. I like the videos of people like they like get in a car accident and the song comes on. They're just like turn it off and just like wait.
Those are hilarious.
This is so funny. But so what this brings up with her with a possible another world tour coming up is who's going to be the next music icon to pass away moving forward. There isn't any, nobody has any like suspicions of who it might be, but the coincidences are stacking up against Beyonce, and I'm here to find out. you be the judge.
Now,
that was the theory of the week.
Now, what would really be crazy about that is if they all died on the 25th.
Well, Michael Jackson did.
Yeah.
And that was the first one.
Who do you think's next, Dean?
I don't know. Music icon legends. I know current Morgan Wallen, maybe.
I don't want to wish death. I don't want to wish death upon anybody. But if you want to talk older, Dolly Parton.
Oh.
Let's say a country. I was thinking like it could be at like a country.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Loretta Lynn.
Is Willie still kicking around?
Willie?
Man.
Reba.
Find out.
Reba.
Well, Reba's got a show that's about to start coming out too.
Yeah, think of the tragedy. This is what
basically Reba, the Reba show from before, except now she runs a bar.
Nice.
So it's like Cheers.
Yeah. Reba Cheers.
Reba Cheers.
Hey, I think if you're really beyond to something now, I kind of don't want to talk about this.
Well, maybe
Dolly Parton passes away, and then she goes on a country tour,
and I start hanging with Diddy.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, our podcast just blows up.
That would be the concerning part. Actually, that's probably the most concerning part of the whole thing is our podcast blowing up. That's the biggest anomaly of the whole thing.
No, yeah. I meant more like going viral. But
your poor hole.
Oh, poor dude.
I just come rolling up in a wheelchair.
For the pod, baby.
I still can't get the oil out of all the crevices.
I'm still recovering, guys, but we did it.
He popped up on me when I got in my car and chloroformed me. My biggest fear.
Check our views, please.
Oh yeah.
Took me on a roller coaster afterwards.
That'd be nuts if that's how it went down too. Yeah.
And we got
biggest fear happened. They hang you over a building to make you talk.
Just let me go, bro.
Yeah.
I believe I can fly. Oh man, another one.
Oh, no.
Yikes.
Oh no. It's all coming together.
It's all coming together.
It's all adding up for old Deanie over there. Well, I don't know, man. Wild stuff. I don't know where you go from there. It's just one of those things like, is Beyonce killing people? Is she having people killed?
She might be. It's 2 weeks in a row now. Or 2 episodes in a row.
I'm saying that's wild.
She's killing people. I'm on to you, Beyonce. I'm on to you. I know you're watching.
Yeah.
This ain't Texas.
What if she was one of our viewers? Beyonce, she's like 3 dudes, dude.
He had a really good big 3.
They had a great big 3. I agreed with the salt and pepper. I thought that was an out of the box choice. Till they said I killed people. So, yeah, that's wild. Not nearly as wild as Wacky Bill during Bill's Balls games.
Time to eat.
What?
I don't know. I got nothing. He's got
Time to eat, baby.
we're just gonna do a quick game here. True or false? They're pretty much facts or
False,
not facts.
Oh.
which is
So
right for the first one.
here we go. I don't know if you guys just want. We'll just do it like we did last time. First one: sharks are mammals. True or
True.
false?
Oh, I thought there was options. Sharks are
Yeah,
mammals.
it's true or false. Those are the options.
Oh, that's false. No, I thought he gave us two different ones, and then we.
Oh no, sorry. This is just the one. Yeah, no, I get what you're saying. Sorry.
I believe that's false.
Dean is correct. They're actually
Ooh.
they're classified as fish. Dummy.
What am I thinking of? Whales?
Well, they're cold-blooded yet. Whales and dolphins are mammals.
Gosh. But somehow sharks squeeze through.
Yeah, sharks are cold-blooded.
Isn't that weird?
It is a little, but do sharks need to breathe air? I don't know if they need to breathe oxygen or not.
Oh, that's a great point.
Because whales and dolphins do.
How
They
long
just
does
create
a whale need before
It's
they have
like-
to come up for air?
It's like an hour or some bullshit like that. It's a lot. It's shorter than you'd think it'd be.
What do you
I
think? What do you
remember-
think, Bill?
What?
How long does a whale need before it has to come up for air?
Hour sounds about right. They take in a lot of oxygen.
Those actually
30 minutes. I'll say 30 minutes. I can look it up.
Like I said, I know it's a lot.
those are
shorter.
pretty good guesses because it's 10 to 20 minutes.
That's right. Yeah.
Oh,
I knew, and it's like for an animal that's always in the water too. Like that's crazy.
Like, what a
that they
terrible
know-
design, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Like, who made this?
Go ahead, Bill.
all right. Next up,
Say it.
second. What? Say what?
Who made the terrible design for these animals?
Oh, I ain't saying that. It's not terrible design. They have their pros and cons, just like everybody.
Probably the Clintons.
You have to live in the water, but you have to make sure to surface every 10 to 20 minutes for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
Good luck
They're-
going to
dude,
sleep. buddy.
Whales drown. There's actually whale deaths from
Yeah.
drowning, which is crazy.
But they're huge, so
Yeah, I mean, nothing's really going to eat them.
pros and
When
cons.
do you nap?
Just stay up towards the surface.
I heard a thing with dolphins. They sleep.
What if
half
you
the
fell asleep
body
in
at
the
a time.
ocean? Would you stay up towards the surface?
You say, yeah.
You
You have
know?
to. If I want to get a
Would you
solid 8,
know?
if I had to get a solid 8 hours sleep, I'd just come to the surface and
Got a
empty my
big day
blowhole.
tomorrow.
Yeah.
Being in the ocean.
Yeah.
Big day. Got mating season
I gotta
tomorrow.
get a solid
Mating
8.
season starts
Uh-huh.
tomorrow. Yeah.
But Dean just said that dolphins sleep with half their body.
Yeah, they rest half their body. They don't fully sleep. They sleep half their body while the other half is still alert.
Yeah. No, that's awesome.
That would suck. To never
That's
be
what I'm saying.
fully
Don't you think there was a misstep somewhere?
somewhere.
Nope.
No, like, okay, well, let's make this animal sleep half and half.
I mean, why
Could have come up with
What?
something where they could have slept for a few.
why was I made with a unhealthy love of fast food? I mean,
You
pros and
weren't made that way.
No,
cons. No, I was made with that.
We're just
you
addicted
grow
to
into
that
that, buddy.
All right, second one. We'll go another animal. An octopus has 7 hearts. True or false?
I'm gonna say false.
I'm gonna say true.
You would be wrong again. It is false. They have 3 hearts and they do a lot of work. One heart circulates blood around the body, the other 2 pump blood past the gills and pick up oxygen.
Here's the thing. I don't know if Dean should get a point for that though either, because he wouldn't have guessed 3 hearts either.
That's not the game.
True or false? Don't
I'm
get
just saying it's
salty.
bull.
Don't get
I'm
salty.
not saying I'm saying it's full, but he gets a point when he wouldn't have known the answer anyway.
You knew the answer. It was false.
Yeah. And 3. I knew it had 3 hearts.
Maybe you do yourself.
All right, here we go.
Would know that randomly.
Alaska.
I know a lot of useless shit, that's for sure.
Alaska has the most active volcanoes of any state in the United States. True or false?
False.
I'll go true.
True is correct.
Oh.
Loser. Thought it was Hawaii.
Sorry.
Yeah.
No, conspiracy, the super volcano under Yellowstone. My bad. That's on me. That's on me.
Alaska has
That's a conspiracy, man.
Alaska has
Yeah, I know.
141 potentially active volcanoes. 2-1, Dean. The human body generates skin every week. Human skin regenerates every week.
True.
True or false?
True.
Because
So
I'll sake of competition, I'll say false. I think it's true though.
It's false. It regenerates every 28 days with an average of 1,000
He didn't know that.
3,000 ounces of skin flakes every hour.
I'll show you some skin flakes.
3-1, Dean.
I'm like gold member from Austin Powers.
Oh.
All right.
Oh. Oh.
Save us.
Save it on a little platter.
Some chips.
Pinocchio was the first animated full-color Walt Disney feature film. True or false?
First full color Walt Disney feature film. True. Sure. Why not?
Feels true. I'm going to go with false.
It is false. First
Yes. I knew
First
it.
one was Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs.
I would have said false if I had the first guess.
I was feeling false, but thought I'd throw you a bone. On a 50-50.
What a guy.
Gentleman first.
The tradition of dyeing Easter eggs started in the United States. True or false?
I got to say false.
I'll say true.
Oh, Dean, you're tied up because it is false.
This is Sweden.
Egg dyeing originated in ancient Ukraine.
Oh, egg dyeing.
Would you say Sweden there, Dean?
I did say Sweden. I thought you said egg hunting.
Oh, my bad.
Oh, wow. You are so full of crap,
That wouldn't have
dude.
changed my answer, but I did say it. I thought you
So it's the Swedes.
Painted eggs were believed to bring fertility and good harvest.
Everybody knows it started in Ukraine.
Yeah. There are 7 nights in Kwanzaa. True or false?
False.
I think it's false too.
Oh, Dean, you had a chance. It was true. Each night, a candle is
I was
lit
trying to give it to you.
preserve the Nagubo Saba, the 7 principles of Kwanzaa.
You shouldn't say that.
I said Nagubo.
Whoa,
right.
dude.
You offended somebody, I guarantee it.
No,
Yeah, for sure.
maybe. True or false? It's what, 3-3 right now? 3-3.
Do I still get to go first since that was the last one I got one right?
Dean says yes. President George Washington brought macaroni and cheese to the United States of America.
False.
I mean, that sounds very false.
It makes it feel true.
George Washington brought macaroni and cheese to America. Come on.
All
I'll
right.
say
For
true.
the sake of competition.
I'll say true.
I think it might be. Who knows? It's 50-50.
I don't think it's 50-50.
4-3, Eddie. It's false.
Yeah, that's what I figured. That sounded like
President Thomas Jefferson gets the credit. He brought the recipe back from Paris, France. All right. If Eddie gets this, he wins. If Dean gets it, it's tied up. We go the race to 5. Pepsi was the first soft drink to be enjoyed in outer space. True or false?
I'm going to go false.
I was going to say true.
Eddie now likes this game a lot because it is false. Coca-Cola first quenched the thirst of the astronauts.
I'm the king. I know what's true and what's not.
And that's Bill's Balls Games.
Another great game as always. Always a lot sweeter when I win. I'll tell you that right now. I can't believe you thought George Washington brought mac and cheese back to the U.S., baby.
I was so convinced.
Honestly, if he had switched the names to Thomas Jefferson, would you have felt much different?
No.
Yeah.
The only thing with George Washington was like, because I figured it had to be from Europe, right? Well, just in general, but like pasta and things like that. But like George Washington just doesn't strike me as the guy that brought that and made it was like, hey, look, I made a casserole dish of mac and cheese. He just doesn't strike me as that guy.
It's not that crazy because there were times he had to travel over there for like trying to beg for money and troops and stuff like that. And so I was thinking about it. I'm like, it's not that impossible. But
he was the Apple guy.
Well, when he was a child.
Yeah.
But I also read a biography about him, and I didn't remember anything about that because I feel like that would have been in there at some point. The mac and cheese,
Yeah.
and he wasn't really that kind of guy. Anyway, if you had said Thomas Jefferson, I probably would have said false also because I didn't know it was. I had no idea, but I assume definitely not George. So either way, anyway, great game. Wacky Bill getting it done. A very beautiful game. One of the greatest games we've ever seen. Knows how to get it done. Please let us know in the comments what you scored during Bill's Balls games. Your thoughts on Dean's conspiracy theory of the week. And of course, who had the best big three and what we left out. Please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And we will see you next week on Wake Up with the Sleeping Boys Podcast.
Here we go.